Hello everyone. Previously we saw how to design a this one money splitter. So today we are designing a notification service. So let's see what the question basically. Design a notification service that states that first one is that sends notification via multiple channels. So email, SMS, push. So examples they have given here. So design a notification service that sends notifications via multiple channels. That one we have to keep in mind. First thing. Second thing, it allows users to configure their preferred channels. So this is also important. It allows users to configure their preferred channels. Final one is it handles batching and retries for failed notifications, right? So again I'm telling this handles batching and retries for the failed notifications, which is very important. So I hope this one is completely clear, right? So let's try to I'll just try to explain what are all the things that is required and what are all the things that we need to consider, and finally let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code, right? So first thing that we have to keep in mind is notification should have fallback mechanism, right? So here they have completely given here, right, via multiple channels. So we know that uh, notification should have the fallback mechanism at any cost. This one let's keep in mind here, the first one. Second thing is we have to prioritize user preferences for the channels. So they have mentioned here sends notification via multiple channels, right? So we have to prioritize user preferences for the channels. And final one, let's try to include retry logic for the failed notifications. So if any notifications fail, then we have to include the retry logic, something like um, try please retry again, something like that, right? So let's include the retry logic for the failed notification as well. Just keep these three things in mind. First thing is notification should have a fallback mechanism. Second thing, we have to prioritize user preference for the channels. Third thing, the main thing, we have to include the retry logic for the failed notifications. I hope this is clear. Let's try to implement the same thing in the form of code, right? I'll just come here very quickly. So as we are designing a notification service, I'll just take the class name notification service. So this is fine. We have considered notification service. Within this, let me quickly define the constructor, right? So after defining the constructor, let's go with the hash map, because we need this one in the form of key value pair, right? Nothing but for the key we'll be considering the user, for the value we'll be considering the preferred channels within the array. So I'll just write that one in the comments. Basically, let's see, I'll just give here this dot preferences. So I'll just set this one to the new map. So what we are doing here, we are setting this one in the form of key value. So key will be user, as I have said, and value will be preferred channels in the form of array. This will be preferred channels. So I hope this is clear, right? I'll just come out of the constructor. Next, let's go with the methods, right? So let's see what are all the methods that we will use for this one. What are all the methods that we will use inside this? So we'll be going with the three methods mainly. First one is set preferences, and second one is send notification method, and third one is send to channel. So these three methods we'll be making use of basically. So I'll just go with the first method. Let me go with set preferences. So let's make use of the parameters user and channels, right? So within this method, so what we'll be writing inside the set preferences method, we'll just set the preferences. So I'll just give here preferences dot, let's make use of the set. Nothing but we are updating by making use of the set property here. What are the things that we are updating here? One thing is user, and the second one, let's pass the channels here. So I hope this is clear. This is simple, right? Set preferences. Next, let's go with the send notification. So I'll just give here send notification. So let's pass the parameters user and message here. This one within the send notification method, right? So I'll just go with here channels. This one, let me give here this dot preferences. We have to get the value, right? So here we are setting the channels to the value of the particular user. So let me pass the user here. So we are making use of the get property to get the value of the user, or it can be email as well. So within the array, I'll just consider here email within the strings. So email has to be in the form of strings, right? So I'll be considering the email in the form of strings within the array. So let me make use of the for loop very quickly. I need individual channel of channels. So this one. So let me quickly write the if condition. Nothing but start. We haven't made use of the send to channel basically. What I wanted to write here is we have to stop after the successful send here, right? That's what we need to do here. Let's do one thing. I'll just stop here itself. So let me do one thing. Let's write the send to channel first, and let's continue the same thing in the send notification method, right? Here I'll just give send to channel method. So let me pass the parameter channel and message here, right? So within this one, let me make use of the try and catch. So within the try, let me quickly log here. So what shall I log? I'll just make use of the template literals here. Sending via. So I have making use of the backticks right here. So within the flower braces, let me pass the channel here. Channel. Within this one again, let me pass the message here. We have considered message as the parameter here, right? So let me pass the message here. Finally, we have to simulate the success, right? So let's do it in the form of Boolean value. I'll just give here return true. I hope this is clear. Then let me make use of the catch. Within the catch, let me pass the error callback here. So I'll just give here console log of again I'll be making use of the template literals. I'll just give here failed to send via let me pass here error I mean channel, sorry, this one. This is fine. Finally, if something goes wrong, we will be returning false here. So Boolean value false here. This is fine, right? So this is it for the send to channel, this one method. So here we have left here this one, right? We had considered individual channel of channels. So here uh, let's make use of the send to channel here. Within this, let's pass the parameters channel and message. So then we will just return the Boolean value true. So what this line is doing here, we are basically stopping after the successful send. We are just stopping after the successful send. Finally, if all the channels failed, then we have to return false, right? So here we are returning true. After the successful send, we are just stopping here. In this case, line number 21. If all the channels fail, then we have to return the Boolean value false. That's what we'll be doing here. So let me quickly give here return false. So I'll just format the document here. So this is it. This is it. We have successfully designed the notification service. So let's go with the test case or the usage finally, right? So I'll just come here. Let me give here test case. So let me make use of the variable name notifier. Let me give here new notification service. This is fine. Finally, what I'll do, we have made use of the notifier. variable name. So I'll just pass here set preferences method here. Within the set preferences, let me pass the name here initially. I'll just give here Bharadwaj 1 in my case. So notification. So while explaining, I said we can go with SMS push or we can go with the email as well, right? So in this case, Bharadwaj 1 I have considered, and let me make use of push within the strings as well as the email. So I'll just give here email. You can make use of the SMS as well. I'll just make use of push and email for this one, right? Set preferences. I'm just setting the preferences using set preferences method here. You can clearly see here this one. Where is set preferences? This one, this method, right? Then I'll just make use of the notifier dot send notification method. I'll just call the send notification method inside this one. Let me give here Bharadwaj 1, nothing but the username. Then I'll just give something we have to give within the strings, right? So what shall I give? I'll just give here, I guess, your order is shipped, something like that. I'll just give your order is shipped, some message. We have to pass some message. We have to give some message, right? I'll just give here your order is shipped. Nothing but we are trying the preferred channels here in this line, in the line number 41, last line, right? We are just trying the preferred channels. So I'll just I have just given your order is shipped in this within the strings in this case. So let me format the document here. Let's see what output we get. I'll quickly give Control J. So let me clear this one. So this one, we come here, let me copy this one. File number JS. So here you can clearly see sending via push, your order is shipped. The output that we are getting is absolutely correct. So we are giving here push, basically we are not giving the email, right? So sending via push we are getting, which is absolutely correct. Set preferences we are making use of here. You can clearly see this one, set preferences, this method. Here we have given username, push and email. Send notification we are making use of this one, basically. This dot preferences we have to get the value user or email, right? So here the value, this is considering push, and sending via push we are getting, and here what we have passed in the send notification to the user, your order is shipped. That's what we are getting here, your order is shipped, which is absolutely correct. So I hope this one is clear. We have successfully designed a notification service according to the this one, right? The conditions that they have given here, specification, sorry, accordingly with the specifications. So according to the specifications, next what we'll do, let's try designing a message queue based on the specification, right? So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.